Most people waste their 20s and then they wake up at 30 wondering, dang, man, what happened? What is going on? The problem isn't that they're lazy, it's that they never played their 20s like it actually mattered. Let's talk about why most people blow this decade and how you can avoid it. Whether you're younger than 20, whether you're in your mid 20s, late 20s, early 20s, this video is for you. My name's TNL, and this is why most people waste their 20s. Your 20s are like a tutorial level, and the main quests are all rolled into one. You have energy, you have time, you have freedom. But most people will use that freedom to just kind of coast and, kind of just do half their best, what I'm saying, maybe pass with some B's, some C's, kind of just try it. Not too hard, but a little bit. And coasting is exactly what leads to regret later. And I'm not saying you can't have fun. You should. You should go out every once in a while. Maybe depending on the setting, but if you live your whole 20s like a permanent weekend, you end up with nothing to show for it. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you today. The first way people waste their 20s is by living on autopilot, and I have been subject to this many times too. I'll be very honest. You wake up, go to class, scroll for a few hours, binge some shows, you party a little bit with your homies, you repeat it. Then they never stop to ask, what do I actually want to do with my life? What do I actually want my life to look like? Most 20-year-olds or 20-somethings just fall out the crowd. Whatever friends are doing, they do. 5 years go by and they've actually never really worked on themselves, never went to the gym, never learned a skill, just kind of never really built anything that mattered in total. Now, this is very important. Parties and distractions. The second trap is spending every weekend chasing fun. Again, nothing is wrong with going out, but if you tend to, go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like spending $100 every time, not every day necessarily, but just every weekend, you're literally paying to stay broke. Most people waste thousands of dollars in their 20s trying to look cool, buying bottles, clothes, stuff for social media, just, for the opinion of the other people. When that money could have been the investment account or like a side hustle or even a trip that actually mattered, and you could have actually gotten profit back from. The fear of starting. Another reason why people will waste their 20s is fear. They wait for the perfect time to start, to actually work on their dream, to start a business, to move out, to get in shape. They keep saying, oh, I'll do it when I'm ready. And suddenly they're 29 talking about, someday I'm gonna be a great doctor. Okay, I just don't know where that came from. But I'm not saying it's too late if you're 29, but you have to instill the mental tenacity in your head that it's not just gonna be someday, it's today. It's not someday, it's today. What am I gonna do today? You only have today. There's no tomorrow. There's no yesterday. There's today. There's now. There's right now. Your 20s are the time to start sloppy. Fail, learn, try again. You have the time to recover now. Use it. In your 30s, you also have the time to recover. Now, I'm not saying you can't in your 40s, 50s, 60s, but you want to do it as soon as you can, don't wait. It's never time to wait. Bad money habits. Money is another big one. Most people in their 20s treat money like a toy, realistically. Like they blow every paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, rack up the credit card debt, lease some cars they can't really afford, and wonder why they can't breathe financially. If you just save and invest even a little bit, like $100 a month, you'd have a huge head start by 30. But most people wait until they're broke and desperate to learn money skills, which I have been a victim of. I'll be honest. But I'm currently 20 years old, and I'm trying at my very best to get as educated as I can, because I won't say I haven't had people to show me, but for a majority of the things that I've learned, I've had to take the initiative to go out and learn them myself. And that's perfectly fine. I want you to do the same thing for yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself. You got to think, like, there are times where it's only just going to be you. So you have to put that foot forward. You have to be a genius. You have to be a genius. You got to be at least a little bit smart to get by, because the world is getting crazier and crazier by the day. So there's nobody else but you who can solve it. That's not true. You can have people with you to solve it if you know they're good at heart, but a lot of the work in your life is going to come mainly from you. So you gotta pick up your slack, and that's perfectly fine. We all got slack to pick up. The people who win in their 20s are the ones who build skills, not just college degrees, but actual skills that make money: sales, marketing, coding, communication, friendship, leadership. Most people waste hours scrolling and watching drama when they could use even an hour of their day learning something that doubles their income in a few years. And this is another one: toxic relationships. Another way that people waste their 20s is staying in bad relationships, either romantic or friendships. If your circle is full of people who clown on your goals, drag you to parties every weekend, or keep you stuck, you're wasting your prime years on the wrong squad. Your 20s should be about finding the right people, mentors, friends who push you to be the very best version of yourself. And I can't stress that enough. Thinking time is unlimited. The biggest lie is thinking you have forever. People waste their 20s because they assume there's unlimited time, but time moves fast. And the habits that you build now follow you into your 30s and your 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. You can discipline yourself now. You can buy your freedom later. If you waste it now, you spend your 30s playing catch up, which is fine, but you can easily avoid that. And if it's avoidable, then that's probably what you would want to do. How to not waste your 20s, though. So how do you all avoid this? Here's the blueprint. Set a vision. Where do you, the current viewer, where do you want to be at 30? Pick a main mission, like build one main thing. It could be career, business, health. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to be extremely ripped when you're 30? Do you want to have the best business? You want to be very financially free? Do you want to have a family? A happy, healthy family? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Stack your small wins, let's save at least $5 a day, maybe $10 a day. One new skill per year, get a little bit better at designing. Maybe you learn how to edit something, one habit at a time though, like just keep it fresh and new. Maybe you learn how to play guitar, something fun. Cut your dead weight, remove your toxic friends, your bad spending habits, and your wasted time. What you really just want to find is a balance. Party sometimes, maybe. Build more than you consume. That is very important. Build more than you consume. Because if you consume too many TikToks, rather than maybe creating some TikToks, or doing something that's damaging to your mind, lowering your attention span. Even if you do half of this, you'll look around at 30 and maybe be years ahead of a lot of other people, and maybe not. Maybe there's a lot of people that are grinding, but you're going to grind harder. And it's just as simple as that. Your call to action. You know what I'm saying? Your 20s are not for wasting, they're for building. And people think, you know what I'm saying, I'll have fun now, you know what I'm saying, wait for it later. Don't wait for it later. You don't need to be perfect, but you don't also have to like have it all figured out. But you do need to start moving in your life with intention. 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself for the discipline you built or you'll regret the time you let it slip. Choose a version of you that thanks you in the future. But yeah, if this hit for you, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to TNL. We gonna level up every single day, and I appreciate y'all. And yeah, bye.